So we got a 2006 Toyota Corolla. This is a 1.8 liter engine, 4-cylinder, 16 valve, and we're gonna take off this belt. To take off this belt, you gotta reach down there on that tensioner. It's gonna be hard for the camera to see, but let's see if you can focus from like around here. So we're using this 19 millimeter with the long 3/8 drive snap-on ratchet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go on to that tensioner bolt. It's like a 19 millimeter there. So once I yank on this, see that? Once I yank on that, your belt is gonna become loose. So I'm gonna try to put my camera down here somewhere, and let's see if you can record this. So we might get a half picture here. Up, there goes my camera, and just trying to set the camera here so you guys can see. So I'm gonna yank the tensioner, and I am gonna release this belt. Okay, before releasing this belt, I would make a diagram of everything before you take off the belt. So once we have the belt off, remember originally we were changing this, we're checking this because there was a loud screeching sound. So let me get my light and everything ready here. So I do want to check this alternator is good. I don't find nothing with any of the pulleys so far. So she did spray some type of stuff onto this belt. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna replace this belt. Sometimes it could be your weak tensioner, could be weak, so you want to be aware of that. So what I want to do is, like I said, make sure you could line this whole belt from here. Make sure you make a routing diagram of this belt before anything, because I got software that shows me everything, but I would still recommend you guys make a diagram. Okay, just draw it out, okay, of the routing of the belt here. Okay, it's coming out pretty long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this belt out of here, and then, so even though this belt looks good, it could be a stretched out belt. Sometimes the customer sprayed stuff on it, even though we try to spray like a Windex type material. Okay, the belt is just not coming off on the back. I'm gonna get it off on the back, and then we'll take a look. Okay, there we have it. We got the belt coming along pretty good. So this belt feels kind of, it got some type of spray to it. So even though it looks good, I would try to get original belt. This Dyco stuff just doesn't cut it for me. So this belt part number is 6PK1879. Hopefully that's correct. But like I said, this could be a stretched out belt, okay? The reason could be a stretched out belt, okay? So this belt, we'll compare it with the new belt. So this belt could be slightly by like a half an inch, quarter inch longer. Also, sometimes it's that compressor feels nice. This is a brand new alternator, no noise. So you just want to turn all your pulleys, okay? I'm gonna spin this water pump. I don't find nothing wrong with that. And there's another pulley back there, smooth like butter. So the only thing I could say is the tensioner is weak or the belt. So I am gonna put the belt on for this customer, and hopefully that take care of it. If that doesn't, then I would recommend her the tensioner and everything together. I still don't find nothing wrong with the AC compressor, and like I said, the noise comes on with the AC off, so I'll rule that out. So that's it. And also make sure you have the correct part alternator, because she spent so much money on the alternator. She's changed that alternator several times. So that's how we're gonna take off this belt off a 06 Corolla. We just got to get a new belt, and we'll throw that on. Okay, so here we are with the new belt. I want to show you guys the belt that I'm going to be using. That's the brand and that's the part number. Take a look at the material on this belt. It's not like the other one. This is like leather type of material. This is a cloth type of material. So put something good. This belt is not too expensive. The part number on this, you guys seen that there, big numbers there. So what I want to do is, sometimes the belt could be the material of the belt, but let's see if this belt is stretched out or not. So you do want to compare your belts. Loud noise is always going to be a bad belt or stretched out belt. So these belts, they're It's kind of little bit bigger there than that one, just a tiny amount, but I can't say, but like even a little bit won't matter. So we're gonna take this belt, I'm gonna put this on, I'm gonna route the whole belt. Like I said, make sure you route the whole belt, and then we'll just put the belt on and let's see how that goes. So make sure you put the belt, it's hard to see, make sure you put it on each pulley, and all I need to do now is I'm gonna put my tensioner, I'm gonna pull on it and make sure the belt is properly installed. I'll show you a diagram at the end on my computer. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my camera and I'm gonna leave my camera right over here. And oops, I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, you know what? Anything is better than nothing. So let's put this here. I'm gonna go get something that I can put into the camera that will kind of tilt the camera up a little bit so everybody can see it right there. So all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab this here and I'm gonna yank my tensioner, and my belt should simply just go on, and just make sure your belt is properly on each pulley. I'm gonna leave everything there and I'm gonna get my camera and the light and everything. So this is what this baby look like. So make sure your belt is routed on every single pulley. It's gonna be hard to see, but there you have it. Make sure, okay, you know what? We don't have to go to the computer no more. You guys can see the whole thing right there. And there you go. I got this baby on. A moment of truth. I'm gonna remove all the tools and then we're gonna go crank the car. If the noise is still there, it could be a bad tensioner that's not yanking it enough for not stiffening up the belt. Or like I said, it could have been that material of the belt. Doesn't have to be most likely what we think it is, but it could be either or. But there we have it. Our belt is on nice and good, and we're gonna go crank it up. You know what, let's go crank it up together. Let's take this off, put it away. I'm gonna take off my gloves. Let me just put my camera right here for a second. And it is kind of warm in here, so we'll let the car sit a little bit, but I'm sure this resolves the issue here. And we do have a little bit of noise. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go out there. Alright, we're gonna let the car sit down a little bit. But like I said, she changed the alternator. They keep putting different alternators. It could be the pulley shorter, it could be anything. Anyways, we'll leave it there for now.